Oh, yes. Hey, there we go. I'm like, I can't hear myself, but I'm being broadcast. Friend. Cisco. What's up? Nothing. Nothing's up. It's a Sunday night. I got nothing to do. I heard there's some kind of sporting event, but, couldn't give a squirt of piss for a sporting event. Tomorrow it's going to be, did you watch the Super Bowl? What is you rooting for the team? What's it? I don't really like baseball, so I didn't watch it. And then everyone's going to be like, wah, ah, and they're going to attack me in a fit of rage and devour my body. Watch the news. It's going to happen. Anyways. Yeah, so generative stuff with, and I was just tuning. I was tuning all of my oscillators. Oscillators. Hey, you're supposed to run. Why you no run? Hey, everything's actually synchronized. Holy shit. So I also did some stuff. I recorded a thing. And I mentioned this on Friday. I was like, I don't know. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if I mentioned it on stream. I wanted to record some Gregorian chant and do some weirdness with it. See what we can do to make it into like a kind of like a padded undervoice kind of thing. I kind of like that with these here ambient jams. Yeah, it was a low sleep night last night. So if I just space out for a second, you'll know why. It actually wasn't wasn't that bad. But yeah, kind of had my issues. Will this reach? Are you gonna reach, motherfucker? How dare you? Hey, that's the wrong cable. See these little tiny thin line ones, man. These are so nice. They're just so small. They're just itty bitty, and they're silicone, and they work really, really good. And there's a couple of names that I've seen them by, but they're not always commonly available, which is a weird thing because I've heard multiple people talk about how much they love those cables, and then someone's just like, "No, nuh-uh, can't do it." Why? We like them. Take our money. I got them. I think they were under like the. No, it wasn't. I thought at first it was like Planet Waves, but they make like guitar accessories, like tuners and shit like that. Generally, fairly cheapy stuff, but cheapy but functional. I've heard like good. Um. Anyways, so two things to play with tonight. Number one is this concept, and number two, we're gonna hook up the probabilistic generator here and try to maybe kind of at least use it in a couple of different voices, if not like running the patch. All right, wait. There we are. Drive a little high there. We got a little crunch on the tape. That's kind of cool. Number one, backwards Gregorian chant. That's awesome. Yeah, you'd probably have to set it up to the nearest, like, 4-measure or 2-measure segment. So, like, set up a loop in Reason. I assume you're using Reason, right? Set up a loop, and then, like, time stretch it, which you hold Control, and you drag it with your mouse, and that time stretches it. Like any part. Automations, anything. Know your keyboard commands. They make your workflow so much faster. So we could go there, or we could go the opposite direction with this and be all like resonance high pass. This is the Luba, the looper. Then we can add some Aurora. This is just the Aurora on reverb right now. I'm trying to figure out what reflection does. Sounds like a serious high-pass filter. And then this is a low-pass filter. Let's go like ultra dark. Okay, now what is that note? The root note. It's D. Okay, yeah. So D. D minor. The saddest of all keys. It's the saddest of all keys. It's called Lick My Love Pump. Go, name the movie. Do it. You know you want to. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Number one, black bow. D minor pentatonic. All right, let's put that away for now. Just go over there. Go over there. Let's see here. What should we do? Well, let's try the probabilistic generator. Let's just do that. Okay, what I'm going to do then is turn down probabilities on all of these, right? And then go like, okay, first voice, here it is. So we have a gate out, which is going to trigger yonder envelope. We'll do some maybe like a network of plucked voices or something, which seems to be kind of a normal thing for me, but that's okay. So here's the thing, right? What this is going to do, right, is basically because I got the knob set at 50%, right? 50% of the time, it's gonna trigger the gate. But it's almost looking like it's not. It's not triggering. So let's put it on gate and see if that does it. Oh, well, I have it in the CV. That's probably the big part of problem there. There we go. Okay. Derp. Okay, and then we've got a CV out, right? So this is where shit gets weird. What I want to listen to, first of all, if this even works. I don't even know if it's going to work. Supposedly, output 4... is the tuning output? See, that's not tuning, but you have to be in the tuning mode, I guess, for it to do that. See, that doesn't sound like a tuning mode to me. That seems to me like something weird. So where is this tuning output? Is it this one? No, see, that's just doing the same thing. It's given like a... This is not a tuning out. Okay, so what did they even mean then? Gated, clock, CV, this is the same exact thing, so I don't get it. They're like, output 4, when you're in tuning mode, you should be able to hear an audible output. And I would think, what that, like a note? Right? Because if I put this in output 1, it's giving me the same shit. It's just giving me whatever gate it happens to play on gate 1. And we're hearing a little plop. So that doesn't make any sense. All right, let's run it through the quantizer then. And we'll see, what is it registering here? And then I'm going to run it into... I don't know. Who's going to reach? How about that? Actually, we could just do this direct and be like, here, put this into the trigger. And then we'll just do the basic Platts program. The first model, the analog. Okay. So yeah, we can switch this to gate if we wanted. Now, here's the thing, right? If I put this at 100%, so that knob is all the way up, obviously it's going to play every single quarter note here, every single tick. We could give it a faster... Let's do that. For purposes of demonstration, I'm going to give it a faster clock. Wait, that is the wrong clock control. There we go. See, I don't really hear a swing. Maybe it, like, takes a while. Okay, so when it's in lock mode, it's repeating a sequence. When it's in free mode, it's just doing its thing. So I tuned this higher, but it sounds to me like what it's really doing is tuning each individual step kind of proportionally. So the one affects the other, right? So like if we put this at like 50% or like 40%, and then each one successively higher, what we should get is at least a kind of more even distribution. Okay. So the other things are playing, but see, again, the swing clock thing, I don't get it. It doesn't seem like it does anything. All right. Well, I'm going to continue hooking up more voices at the very least. So, in fact, let's just throw another one of these into Platts number 2. Kind of feels good to say that, I have to say. Having dual Plattses now, this is a beautiful thing. Dual Plattses. Voice number 1 in channel 1. Hey, Chris. Okay, except I don't hear 2 and 3 doing anything. Right? What are you doing? Boys, what are you doing? This ought to be number 2, right? Output 2. This should be the trigger. Do we see channel 2 actually triggering? I don't see channel 2 triggering. See, what the fuck? Shit is weird here. Shit is just being weird. And I don't understand. Like, this thing should be triggering pretty frequently. It's just not. Like, what? What are you doing? This is not that complex of a module. Like, it should be just doing things, and it's not doing things. Oh, there. It's those fucking memory knobs. So I don't know if you know what I mean. You know, they're pots that don't pick up until you reach the original. So let's say I turn it on, or I fuck with the knobs for one of the other modes, and it's like it was originally set all the way down. Now it won't adjust unless I go all the way down to pick that up and then bring it back up again. That's going to be hard to remember. But a few more instances like this. These things in tune. Yeah, they are. Oh, okay. So here's the thing, though, right? I didn't bring this into the quantizer. Derp. So, interesting. I mean, I guess, right? Who else has a self-triggering thing? Rings. Rings does. Hey. Hello? Hello? Okay, this is channel 3. It's way... There we go. Nice string. Gah! I don't know, something just doesn't sound in tune to me, and it's really annoying. If we pull the volt per octave on this one, I mean, those are really, really close, if not, like, dead on. Now, what if we just turn these way down? This is really tricky to tune this thing. These rings. So, turning up the swing, and just, like, nothing happens. It's just weird. What's weird is this, it doesn't sound in tune to me still. It just doesn't sound at all in tune. And I mean, it's all going through a quantizer, so it's a little baffling. Okay, let's try something different here. These two sound in tune. The two plats, they sound in tune. Let's throw this into an envelope instead. And we'll just put this through a filter. How about? So, where is a regular old oscillator? See, that sounds in tune, so it's clearly just rings being like a fuckwit. Alright, now what happens if we throw an LFO into the swing clock? Oh, I tuned everything with Mordax. See, that's the problem. There. Like, just before the stream, I tuned all of my oscillators. But rings, this is a nano rings, and it's a little bit of an asshole. It's very, very, very tricky to tune. Does it blend? That is the question. Yes. Yes, it does. Okay, settle down. Let's go at full speed here. Throw an LFO into the start point. Wait. There. This one. No, length is what I want. It's a little much, right? Okay. Proof of concept. It's there. It's fine. It's peachy. I don't notice a single difference in the swing settings at all. Like, nothing. So that is a little weird. And it's like, is it because I'm not doing something right? Like every once in a while, there's a little lurch of a clock. It's a little bit different. And then it just goes back to normal. And I'm so confused. I'm turning the knob up and down. I'm giving it a second, thinking like, oh, maybe it's got to take a second for the clock to catch up. No, it's just not. You know, the only thing I can think is maybe well, I'm giving it a 16th note clock. I was like, well, maybe it needs a faster clock rate, but it's synchronizing with the clock perfectly fine. What if you have to have it internally sequenced? Can we do that? Does it have its own clock generator? I don't think it does. So that's, you know, that's a little bit of a thing. That's a bit of an issue. So yeah, if we pull a clock, it just quits completely. It doesn't, like, take over or anything. Well, that's kind of a shame. So again, I don't get it. It's like with the Lubot. Like, you know, it's supposed to be able to adjust the speed and stuff by touching the front plate on this thing, right? And mine just doesn't do that. So you get a thing directly brand new, perfectly brand new, and it's like, do you trust it? Do you trust it enough to assume that it's correct and working and that you're doing something wrong? Or are you like, this thing is fucking broken because it's not doing what they say it's supposed to do? And I don't really see any other way that I can get around that. But again, maybe there's some kind of knob that I didn't adjust correctly. Maybe all of these goddamn, like, memory settings and shit that are, like, locked in here are, like, you know, making problems for what I'm trying to do. And I don't know. I can't tell because How do you know what it's set to when you never learned the device? See, it's just like, it's exactly the same. The more I try to change things and, like, listen, first of all, the more boring it is. But it's just nothing. There's nothing any different. And, you know, that's kind of some bullshit. I'm going to set the probabilities really low on those, for one. Clearly not low enough. Like, dude, you should only be playing 10% of the time or less. Memory knobs. It was the memory knob again. Same thing. All right, let's do a thing here. I had the subharmonicon hooked up and ready to go here, so it should be getting a clock. It should be making something. Hello? Ooh, something funky in there. Oh, that's okay. Now, what if we ran this? Let's see. We could give this a weird clock, but it doesn't like that. It doesn't. I've given it a jittery clock from Marbles before, and it doesn't dig that at all. So, like, the best thing I suppose would be to give it a super slow clock and just let it kind of churn. Is it in? No, it's in a fast clock right now. That's the thing. There we go. That's kind of lovely. Okay, well, number one, let's do a thing here. Obviously, we're going to throw this into the R bar. Actually, no, yeah, no, it'll work. That'll be fine. I was gonna try something different. Since I do tend to do this a bit. Okay. All right, but let's put this through chorus. And then we'll run it in stereo-ish. Better. Cool. Very nice. Filter control on that, on the sub-harm. I'm gonna throw some slow modulation from inertia sloths. So, like, a lot of the time, it's going to do just this. It's just going to disappear into the cosmos. It's gone. It's gone forever. Well, yeah. It shouldn't be, though. Right now, it should be getting... No, I guess red is the low voltage, which of course we could measure. We could just throw it in the oscilloscope and not be stupid, but I'd rather be stupid. Yeah, I'll take me being stupid for 400, Alex. All right. Now, I'm already putting the oct to good use. It's already sort of like been incorporated as like, oh, easy source of modulation. Blort. There it is. And frankly, I really dig that. It's very, very cool. Okay, so this is really weird. Shouldn't these two be the same tuning? Because they're the same damn thing. Okay, let's redo the recording on this thing. Because it's not really satisfactory at this point. In fact, what I'm going to do is turn it off, and I'm going to hit play from the beginning. Okay. Oh, see, now that's in tune. What? I'm so confused. All right. Throw a little FM on the filter. No, you know what I want to do? I want to do like a Blade Runner soaring voice. Zagreb. Just put it in H. Okay. Will that reach with short cables? I think it will. I think it actually will. Oh my god, it's amazing. Okay. Alright, let's chill on you guys for a while here. Whilst we build a new voice. Should be playing right now. Nah. This should definitely be a chainsaw voice. Alright, yeah, and then we're gonna do that. We're gonna duplicate... I'm gonna duplicate that envelope, right? And it's gonna go to the filter on one side, and we have to swap this. Longer cable, shorter cable. Longer cable is gonna go to the detune. That's a little much. Yeah, that's a little much. That's a lot much. Someone is vacuuming in the hallway, and I'm like, what is that noise? Okay, and now detune a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, so you dupe the envelope with the detune and the filter. It's a winning combination. It's a really sensitive CV control. It's like nothing, nothing, nothing. All. Now, actually, what would be cool, can we throw another modulator into the spread of the filter? Because that should have duplicated itself, because it's all normalized to the circuit below. So now it should be hitting the spread also. I can't really tell a difference. Alright, and then what you do, right, is you just turn it on send only, pre-fade or listen kind of thing. here is my question. What if I just throw another LFO in here? See, again, I'm not hearing really any difference in the stereo spread. Like, without it, with it, it pretty much sounds exactly the same. So, maybe you have to have a mono signal for that to work. I don't know. But this is rather lovely. A little bit of resonance. Hello? Hello? Where you go? Oh, there you are. Just the rest that's turned up. Speaking of which, let's edit that. What is the CV setting for this one? This is number 2. Right now it's set to note value. No, what we want is rest. Alright, and then I'm gonna throw a sloths into that. Crap. We're out of sloths. Sir, we're out of sloths. Well, we're not really. We're just running low. And that cable's not long enough. So, that cable can just die. You died, you go to hell. That one's too short, too. Damn you. Curse you all to the depths of Hades. Speaking of the depths of Hades, there. Now we've got a control going to the rests. So it should just sort of stop working sometimes and then just other times come back. Meantime, I've still got these derpy, plucky, stupid voices that I kind of hate. Because they're just, like, not working like that I would like. Yeah, that's irritating. I'd like to completely strip all 3 of those voices down and use them for something completely different. Like randomized percussion with the T networks, and then throw the CV into the frequency of each channel. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know, I'm not happy with the voices overall, like how that thing is working. So, once again, I poured over the internet and was like totally disappointed in the amount of documentation that there is for that module. There's like nothing, you know. There's a basic description of what each knob does. Like, that's it. And frankly, it's just not good enough. You know? Alright. As long as we're gonna do it like this, why don't we just go ahead and use our melodizer to run a bass patch. So, channel 1. Should be working, theoretically. All right. I'm gonna have to keep tearing these things down. It's annoying. It's all tangled up. This guy, get out of there. Alright, Platt's voice number 2, you're gone. You done, son. Conk. Thud. Hey, spark noise. What's up? What's happening? Oy. Alright. Let's get this stuff all put away. Alright, you can shut up. And you can turn up. And I don't hear any... Well, that's an awful sound. Oh, there's no notes. That's what's happened. I'm trying to tame this oscillator. And it's being a weirdo. It's like super out of tune and shit. Yeah, something's like not tracking really well. I can't tell what's happening. Again, I went through and tuned every single oscillator before the stream. There we go. That's pretty good. Put soft sync on. That would solve the problem. But I kind of don't want to. I want that analog shimmer. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna hook up those T networks idea that I had here, and see if we can salvage some kind of useful thing out of this module. So, other than that, aside from attempting to read or ask somebody someplace, it's pretty friggin' useless to me right now. Okay, and then we're going to stick the CV in there. Alright, so each one of these, we're going to go trigger out into the trigger in, CV out into the CV in. Alright. And let's just see with like 2 channels going if that does anything interesting. Yeah, pan hard left and right. There they are. I wonder how well this thing would do with a with the jitter clock from Marbles. So, there, you set it to the normal thing, and then you just put the, there. Interesting. Seems like it responds pretty well, actually. So if we turned up the probabilities for these. They should 100% correspond to what this light's putting out. Geiger counter sounds. That's actually really interesting that way. Now, of course, what would be really cool, and, you know, let's just do it, is to throw a couple of modulation sources into the probability percentages. Joy. And let's go a fast sloths and an oct LFO. See what happens. The oct is going to voice 2. ultra slow sloths into the FM control of the filter that the tape loop is running through. Yeah, let's go old school tonight. Let's get some voices going. Need to utilize my sub mixer here because I'm running out of channels. Just hoping it doesn't introduce a shitload of noise to the system. Okay, I'm going to turn everything else down. Okay, that's our Vangelis voice. Dang, he angry. He voices Satan going in there. So I'm modulating size, density, and texture with semi-random LFOs. All right. Also, though, I want to do like station, and let's set it with. I'm gonna set it with marbles. We're gonna bias it towards like the right side, so the left side doesn't trigger as often. Gotta love the angry preacher. Okay, let's kind of put everything together, see what we got. Let it churn for a while. This is the subharmonicon from the R-bar. well, I think that's going to do it for me for the evening. Hey, you know, how dare you? Anyways, yeah, Gregorian chants through the tape loop. That's a win. I forget what we were watching. We were watching something. Oh, I've been watching this show Evil, right? And like they had some Gregorian chanting in it, and I was like, that would make a cool tape loop. And it kind of did. So, anyways, tomorrow night probably do another ambient sesh, maybe. I don't know, man. This probabilistic generator, it's a bit of a disappointment. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to do some reading and see if Mod Wiggler has any insight. It's a weird thing. So, anyways, I am off. So, have a good evening, and thanks for coming.